So this is the mobility sequence that we're going to suggest if you've got a little bit more time and there's some bits that you can do at home before you get to the golf course. So as we're going to do, we're going to lay flat on your back, arms out to the side. And we're going to feel like we get our right foot as close to our left hand as we can, okay? So we're going to reach up and over. We're going to move to the floor. What we're going to feel like is moving back to the centre into that left side. I want you to try and feel like you're going to touch the floor as high as you can, close to that hand, okay? So come over again, try and feel like you touch the floor. Good, same again. And we're going to feel like we're mobilising all into the side of this lower back and hip. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, we're going to lay flat down onto your back for me. So we're going to bend your knees. Your feet are going to be outside of your hips. And then from there, I want to feel like you're going to drop your knees down to the floor, both on the same way. That's it. So you're going to go as low as you can, then go to the other side. And I want you to feel quite dynamic with this. So a little bit faster. You're going to feel like it's 1, 1, 1, 1. Good, that's it, perfect. Okay, so the next one we're going to go into is similar, but it changes the angles for our hips. So we're going to stay in this position that you're in with your arms up. We're going to keep your feet outside your hips like we did a second ago, and then we're going to drop your knees down to the floor again. Okay, so the same type of motion, but the angle's different through our hips. Important to feel like we're mobilising through different range of motion. Okay, so our next exercise, we're going to flip into a press-up position. Okay, so we're going to go onto our hands and onto our feet. And what I want you to do is feel like you're going to step this right foot as close to this right hand as you can. So you're going to step forwards. Now, we only step forwards as close as we can get this heel into the floor, which is perfect. Now you're going to bend this back knee so it gets closer to the floor and we stretch through those back hips. Good, now you're going to step back. So your right foot's going to step back to the start position. Now left foot's going to come forward, same thing. We come down, we hold for 2 seconds, so we stretch, 1, 2, good, step back, and other side. Okay, so our next position that we're going to work into is called a pigeon stretch. So we're going to bend our front leg to 90 degrees and we're going to stretch our back leg out behind us. Okay, so we're going to bend up onto this right knee a little bit more, that's it. Now for those people that aren't quite as flexible, this front leg doesn't have to be exactly at 90 degrees. Your foot can bend down towards you a little bit more. Now from there, because we want to stay dynamic, we want to feel like we're going to stretch out to the left. We're going to hold for a second, but then we're going to bounce to the middle. So we're going to move in, hold for a second, then move to the right. Good, now we're back to the middle, move to the left. Going to be doing is called a teddy bear roll. So we're going to lay down onto our back. We're going to use our legs to gain momentum. So what we're going to feel like is our arms are going to reach out to the side. Our legs are going to reach up almost above your head. And then as you roll forwards, they separate and you're going to reach, okay? Luckily you've done this before, so you're going to demonstrate it nicely rather than me demonstrate. So up, reach wide, reach through. So we use the momentum to reach further forwards. Our legs have to separate wide, keep them straight. We're stretching into those hamstrings and adductors. Okay, so our next one, we're going to start off with your knees for me. We're going to do a bit of a lat stretch. Again, we need to keep it dynamic. So with your knees, you just need to be about hip width, just enough of a base of support. From there, you're going to feel like you're going to reach out in front of you. But if you imagine that this is your center line, I want you to reach out at a 45-degree angle. So you're going to walk your hands out as far as we can, head between your arms, and we're going to feel like we stretch in your lats here as much as we can. We're going to hold for a second, walk in, just to there. Now we're going to walk back out again. We're going to feel like we increase the stretch, hold for a second, walk back in. Do one more for me. Good. Okay, so a couple more to go. On our next one, we're going to do a squat to arm circle. We're starting to ramp up our coordination a little bit here, really, okay? So we're going to go into a squat stance, and from here, we're going to feel like we're going to squat down. We're going to brush the floor of our fingers. We're going to reach up as high as we can onto our toes, and then back down into that squat position again, okay? We're going to do 5 total for me. So we're going to touch, up high, down, brush the floor. Okay, so we're going to go into a split squat position. Now we're going to bring your left foot in front of your right, up on that back toe. We want to feel like this back foot is as far back as you can on your toe without you losing balance, so that looks perfect. We're going to fix your chest up, shoulders back. From here, we want to drive this front knee as far over this toe as we can until the heel feels like it wants to rise, then we bend this back knee down. We hold it just off the floor and we back up. Same again, shoulders back, chest high. Really just looking for that stretch position through our hips, perfect. So our last thing that we're going to do is a little bit more dynamic. So we're going to go into a vertical jump. So all I want you to do is have your hands onto your hips. We're going to go down into almost a quarter position, and then we're going to jump as high as we can, making sure we can point our toes as much as we can as well. Okay, so we're going to dip and jump high as we can. Good. Probably a fraction lower on our knee bend, and I want you to rebound up. Perfect. We're going to do 3 reps. Rest for 30 seconds. It's quite intense, so we want to make sure each jump's as maximal as we can. So we rest for 30 seconds or so. We're going to do it 3 times total. Okay, so let's see another one.